today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Back to throw. Peters. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on third down, Peters. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. On first down, Lawrence. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. His opening drive there last time out looked good for a while. The offense was on the move, but then the pick six.
They were clicking. He was looking good. And, you know, if this was a game played by real human beings, we could get an actual answer. These are virtual guys out there, so we don't know what's going to happen or what actually happened with the miscommunication on that one.
Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35.
Another day.
Touchdown, North Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Point after, right down the middle. That will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you know.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on 1st down. Peters, man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them, Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A very quick pass to Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw on second down. Peters. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Peters. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off, and he's riding high again.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On play action, Lawrence. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw again is Lawrence. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. They go play action with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. And remember, this this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Trevor Lawrence, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Peters. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He shifts past him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Lawrence's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Able to avoid him at the 40. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Peters. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw on 2nd down. Peters. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to 3rd down and making a play there.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Though definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Not much there, only a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Peters. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Peters. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And maybe maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.